Hello, this is your host, Voodoo Joe here. We have DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu featuring
EI
and MrBond.
So this will be a 3-mode score attack. We're going to be spending a little bit, just about an hour between 3 different modes. We'll be doing Novice first, and then is it Arrange B second or Normal second?
I think we're going to do Normal second.
We'll do Normal second. Arrange B at the end because it's all sorts of goof.
Yeah, so the other important thing y'all will want to know is every dollar donated here,
Every $20 donated.
every dollar donated goes toward giving the multiplier to MrBond's overall score. If you don't know, MrBond's scores are maybe a little bit lower than EI's, so he needs all the help you can donate for him.
I am well considered the underdog here.
Yeah. All right, and with that, I will let you guys take it away, and I'll start explaining stuff as it happens.
All right. Let's just get in the mode and get ready.
All right.
And I'm confused.
You are confused?
Because I see camera, but I got...
If it's normal on small screen, we're good.
Okay. Like, why is the big screen not right?
Violators will be prosecuted to the full extent of the jam.
All right, how far can we get into menus without hitting go?
I think once we hit 1P start, we'll have timers.
Very good.
So
Yep. I am ready to roll.
I'm ready to roll.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, that's pretty in sync. I can deal with this.
Mission kaishi desu. Okay, I forgot to check control, so I'm glad it carried over fine for me. I'm glad it did the right thing for me.
Yeah, that could have been a very bad time if it didn't.
So for the uninitiated, DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu is the 4th or 5th, depending on how you count it, game in the DoDonPachi series. And all the games in the DoDonPachi series are based around chains. So you kill many enemies in a row and make your chain go up. That's that hit counter that you'll see on the upper left. And you get more points when your chain is bigger. Now, both players have entered what's called the Ura loop. You kill those silos and those tanks at the beginning, and you get to fight a bunch of mid-bosses that are bosses from the original DoDonPachi game instead of the normal boring mid-bosses. You see both players have activated what's called a hyper, which allows them to cancel bullets, which increases their hit counter, which again increases their scoring potential. You will see a lot of this. Usually they don't want to use their hyper once they have a high hit count because the hyper gives a multiplier on the score given at that point. It's all very complicated and technical. That's all you need to know.
Sounds about right.
You will also see lovely bees changing from between like gold and green on the ground there. Those are displayed in Novice. Those will be hidden in Normal. That's important for them to know. But they want to collect a bunch of those bees because that's important for looping later here at the end of the first loop. This is our first boss here, the first of the Element Daughters, giant robotic ladies who were sent back into the past to destroy Earth or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Very important.
As we all know, all shmups have very important deep story and lore, and DoDonPachi is no different. And I can explain all of it to you if you want, but I don't think that's really necessary. The goal is to blow up the bad guys.
It's true. And get lots of points.
And get many points.
Yeah. I'm feeling it because I already auto-bombed 3 times in stage 1.
What the?
That's a lot of auto bombs.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, man. You should maybe even just scuttle that one.
Like
try it again.
My general MO is like it takes me 2 hours to warm up. I get 5 minutes of maybe halfway decent play, and then it's all downhill.
So as we mentioned, Bond having to use some auto bombs. Both players are playing with the same ship, the B ship, which has options which will tilt left and right as they move left and right, and are using what's called the strong style, which gives them more options and a stronger laser, which is useful. And then also they have bombs, which will automatically be used if they take a hit. But it's better if they have to use manually bomb in most cases.
The manual bomb lasts significantly longer.
Like, way long. Like,
ridiculously
like
longer.
2 or 3 times long.
Yeah.
So on your right, you'll see EI hypering here to cancel a bajillion bullets. It increases hit counter here. I'm expecting, hopefully, yep, we should see probably upwards of 2,000 hits here as he flies past this mid-boss because we're not going to kill him because he's shooting out these cool little laser spheres that give us a million hits.
Didn't mean to do that.
An important thing that both players can try to keep an eye on is that they don't want to have too big of a break between them killing enemies. In the older DoDonPachi games, that would just break your chain. Thankfully in DaiFukkatsu, they're a little bit nicer. And instead your hit counters... Yeah, and sometimes your hit counter just kind of starts precipitously dropping if you are not maintaining your chain. Although there are occasions in normal, once we start in normal mode, if you die, your chain just gets reset.
If you
bomb.
even auto-bomb.
Yeah, if you bomb or die, your chain just gets reset. Sorry, too bad. You should play better.
Now this is thankfully a little bit kinder about this, which means that scoring is not as unreasonable.
So both players here are reaching the second boss, the second element daughter, which is a boat right now.
As element daughters are.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. It's fine.
So as you may guess, novices and easier difficulty, the bullet patterns are generally less dense and somewhat easier to deal with as compared to normal. Not to say that they're easy by any chance, anything means, because they're definitely not easy.
It's still non-trivial to some extent.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming in fresh to either this game or shmups in general.
Your story update, the second element daughter was Exy next. She was the leader of the war here in the future, so we saved the world already. Good job. Let's go home.
All right. Good show. Roll credits.
But mission Kaichi days.
But as we can see, obviously there's more stages. There'll be 5 stages in total. The game will loop twice, and then...
Well, loop once.
Yeah. They'll do 2 loops of 5. I use my words good here.
Good morning, beauty.
Good morning. Why didn't you have a hyper there? That's like so much laser for you.
I don't know, man. See, like I said, 2 hours to warm up, and then it'll be halfway decent.
It's like the most obvious spot in the universe to use a hyper and farm a million hits off that laser.
Those lasers. Plural lasers.
Plural lasers, many lasers. As EI is doing right now. And watch that hit counter go, oh. Say, high tier play on normal can get upwards of 5-digit hit counters, which then makes seeing the game a little bit harder.
So I'm really just worried about getting all the Bs so I can hopefully get the loop. Everything else beyond that is just kind of, okay, I did an all right for MrBond.
Yeah, so there's 2 possible loops depending on the conditions you fill. I'm not going to pretend to quote them exactly. But there's the emote loop, which is the easier one, which is like get like 35 Bs.
It's any of the following. Get 35 of the 45 possible Bs. Bomb a maximum of 2 times, or die a maximum of 1 time, which if you're using ships that have bomb stock means you can only get hit twice because you will auto-bomb before you die. So...
Yeah,
it is not easy. If you know where the Bs are, getting 35 isn't so bad, but you still have to get them. And then the Aura loop requires that you get all 45 Bs and maximum of 2 death, or 2 bombs and maximum of 1 death. So there's a whole lot of things that are required there.
Yeah, so the primary difference between the emote loop and the Ura loop is that the emote loop you'll fight the normal mid-bosses, whereas the Ura you'll fight the Ura mid-bosses as they're doing now.
And you go on like the alternate path and
in both loops you get an extra special surprise at the end, but you get even more extra special surprises if you're in the Ura loop.
It's true.
Since you've all done it so much though, we'll get to see the extra special surprise no matter what. We'll do a little exhibition here. Everyone's favorite angry bee, Hibachi, will make a showing. That was some... I'm not sure what you're doing there, EI.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's already restarting.
I probably should have, like, 2 stages ago, but we're gonna...
This is why this is a timed exhibition for each mode. And we're also dedicating slightly more time to novice mode.
Screw that. We're just gonna...
Yeah, it should be about
Oops, that's to
20 minutes per loop.
25, depending on if you're doing which route you're doing.
Yeah.
Plus an extra like 10-15 minutes for the last couple bosses.
It's not quite that.
If you're doing both of them. Hibachi is a bit of a endurance race.
One. Go.
So I guess the other important mechanic I didn't mention is that they can alternate between the shot and the laser. Obviously, when they're using the shot, they have all their options out with them, and they can tilt it back and forth. Whereas with the laser, it's all straightforward. The important thing is that, though, lasers can be countered with your laser.
Well, your laser can counter
your laser
lasers.
can counter other lasers. In Novice, in the first loop, there's no what's the term? No consequences for doing that. But in the second loop and in all of normal, countering lasers will result in bullets being shot out of the laser that you're countering.
Or is it? Second loop is always the case. There's only some first loop lasers that do it.
In normal?
Across the board.
Okay. You can tell how much DaiFukkatsu I play. So the first lot's helpfully giving some vocal cues to let you know when she's going to change patterns here. Of course, including the ever-important ha-cha. So yes, all the bosses are, except for the final two bosses, are giant anime girl robots. This is the life we live in.
Don't worry about it. It's a thing. Just shrug and move on.
People liked anime girl robots, so Kay was like, okay, I guess we'll go with it. Also, those helicopters that pop up a lot in this game may not seem very dangerous.
Just wait.
That will increase very quickly. So you probably just heard on EI's screen, EI hit the 1 billion score mark, which gets him his first extend. The second extend is at 10 billion.
And the third at 100 billion?
No. There's only two.
Oh,
there's only 2 score extends.
Okay.
And that's between both loops.
Never gotten that, so did not know.
That tank was just not cooperative for you there,
It's fine. Still got 2k, which is enough for a ×3, I think. Yeah. So that's okay. Not ideal, but okay.
Hey, much better tank. Much more cooperative tank on your last run.
Still fine. Fine-ish. Adequate.
Alright, I got a $40 donation from Firetron. Here's some monies to MrBond. Keep up with the EI. So that's appreciated.
Thank you. That's 0.2.
That's a 0.2 multiplier there. So that brings Bond to 1.2.
That did more than I was expecting.
Yeah, that point-and-blank hyper laser can do some damage. Another thing you'll probably notice is that the game is slowing down at points. No, that is not the PC is not being able to keep up. The game is hard-coded to slow down once a certain amount of crap is on screen. That's a be nice to the player feature.
Fun fact, if you're in Hyper, the amount that it takes to slow things down goes way up. Because the game goes, oh, you can cancel bullets, so you don't need the slowdown, right?
Yeah,
right?
And another thing we'll see, especially on normal, is when you activate the Hyper, the enemies are like, oh, you can cancel bullets now, so here's a lot more bullets now.
Yeah, thankfully on Novice they turned that down a fair bit, so it's a little bit friendlier. Only a little bit, though.
Yeah, so the important thing with the bees, both players will mostly be trying to collect them either in the green state or in the white state as they flash between. Because if they're in the green or white states, they get meter added to their hyper meter, which they want to have so that they can use hypers at the correct points.
Or get points out of our hypers.
Well, you can use hypers to get points. Or have hyper to get points. Hyper is kind of important for getting points, so you want hypers most of the time. But if you collect the bee while it's gold, you just get a flat amount of points that's multiplied.
I think it's based on how many bees you've collected while gold and, you know, the phase of the moon and...
Yeah, but unfortunately it's just nowhere near what you can get from just general scoring, so it's never worth it.
It's extremely piddly points. Like, it's basically nothing in the big scheme of things.
If you catch a bee in the white state between both states, you get both effects, which is good, but, you know, green is the important, so if they have to pick one, they're going to pick green every time. You'll see them try and catch it as it flips, but there's only so much you can do. I already forgot what stage you're on, you guys.
This is 3.
3? Okay.
This is 1-3.
Okay, yeah, because you got the laser spinner, so you can farm a million hits off, if that's right.
Although these are a lot harder to farm hits off of just because there's so much other stuff going on.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure to delay this mid-boss a little bit because the popcorn enemies that show up right after the mid-boss only show up at a certain point in the scroll on the stage. And so you can easily accidentally break your chain, or at least lose some hits on your chain if you're not careful with that.
Yeah, so one of these bases here has an extend in it if you kill with certain conditions.
I believe it's just don't deliver the killing blow with a bomb. And because I accidentally auto-bombed there, well,
rip.
Rip, yeah. And then to add insult to injury, the chain broke as well, which is why I was just not having that. Oh, I just double extended. Nice. Got both. The 100, not the 100 billion, the 100 Oku, or 10 billion.
Yeah, 100 Oku's 10 billion.
Extend and the stage extend at once, which is nice. So I have all of the lives I'm going to have through loop 1.
Yes, because EA is looking for a score of what, like 2,000 Okus?
Something like that. Yeah, 2020 Oku is the PB. You can see it in the upper right on my screen.
Yeah, so that's kind of the upper end of EI's score, and he just got that score a couple nights ago, so...
I feel like I could get more if I can, you know, competently do something in loop 2, but...
Where conversely mine is a paltry 86, whatever, billion?
Billion.
So
yeah,
860 Oku, which is, that would be about a third of the
Right, yeah. So the difference between able to confidently play this game and just barely surviving by the skin of
yeah, to put the scoring in perspective, like the scoring difference between novice and normal for a good player, the strong super play on the Cave Super Play DVD has like 4,500 Oku by like the end of stage 4. On the first loop.
Good lord. Not touching any of that.
Yeah, that's a little beyond my mortal ken.
It's kind of disgusting to watch.
And beautiful, all at the same time.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's really impressive. You're like, oh wow, I did not realize you could exploit the game mechanics in this way to get so many points. Because mostly the start of every stage features the player standing against the wall with his options tilted away from the screen, shooting all the popcorn spam bullets at the beginning of the game to get like 10,000 hits before he even starts the stage for real. So this enemy on EI screen right here is actually my favorite enemy in the game. It has a lovely mess of a pattern that shoots, and you're going to be seeing them pretty much
a bunch of places
times.
in stages 4 and 5.
Yeah, they're all over stages 4 and 5.
It's like it's like I think 3 separate overlapping patterns. It's pretty. It can be pretty gross if there's anything else going on as well.
Yeah, that was like the polite to like here's what it looks like so you know what to watch for in the future. And we also have these laser artillery tanks here, shooting all diagonal just to make your life harder.
Oh man, that transition always makes me really nervous.
And then we have everyone's favorite boss from DoDonPachi. Fortunately for us, they made him really easier in the DaiFukkatsu mechanics.
Well, if you're playing strong,
or if you're playing power, you can probably do it.
Oh yeah, power and or strong both can trivialize this because you can counter the big like boosh lasers that are spitting out the front.
I mean, you can just always do it the DoDonPachi way and sit right in between the giant cannon barrels and follow them back and forth. The mid boss tends to go pretty far left and right, so that's he goes
easier said than done.
A bit further and a bit faster than the DoDonPachi version went. We have another donation here. $200 from Tormod. MrBond needs my energy to keep up with the EI boss. He's raising his hands and sending his energy.
I do. Thank you.
Thank you for that energy, Tormod. That'll bring us another
full.
Yeah, it's like a full one.
Another full-on one. It's important to note that we're capping it at maximum of 3x.
Yes, because you can only get so much energy out. Anything more than 3
it really wouldn't be. It wouldn't be fair to EI.
I'm only capable of so much, okay?
Especially because the arranged B scores have fairly good chances to be very similar.
And we've in fact intentionally excluded arranged B because we
have to mention that as well.
We have no earthly idea what would be even fair for arranged B.
There is no fair in arranged B, and that's the beauty of it.
Neither of us have any real idea how that mode works, so we're both going to be flat out winging it.
We just know that you collect hexagons, and that is the advancement of our knowledge.
Yeah, basically arranged B is intended to be like, customize the parameters of the game to make the shmup you want to play, but from a scoring standpoint, the idea is make the numbers really big and then kill enemies and they're worth 1,000,000 points.
Or, you know, get hexagons or something, because those are also worth points, I guess.
Cancel lots. Make the enemies shoot lots of bullets so you can cancel the bullets and make lots of hexagons, which give you lots of points. It's all very arcane and esoteric.
And it's kind of beautiful in how arcane and esoteric it is.
It looks very pretty while you're doing so.
But it is very confusing.
Yeah. My only regret is I can't see stream chat.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Did you actually do the rocket thing, EI? Do I get to not yell at you?
I did it kind of, but like I somehow didn't kill the. I somehow didn't kill the middle bit that shoots the like weird circle spread, and still somehow didn't eat an autobomb from that, which I'm confused, but okay with.
You've seen more of this pattern than you want to see. That was a lot of that pattern.
And I did not get as much of my hyper back there as I wanted to, which is also a lot worrying. But that pattern gets really ugly, so...
Also enjoy all the screaming here.
There's a lot of it.
Alright, now for the time when you just wanted to be dead. Luckily, she was mostly dead, so you didn't have to deal with that too much.
Yeah, that last pattern can just have a huge pile of those like weird orby bullets just sort of like on you.
All the balls go off to the sides and explode to fill the sides, and then those little slow pink bullets slowly fill up the middle, and there's nowhere to go.
It gets really sketchy if you don't finish the boss off right there and then, real quick, like.
So that's stage 5 we're hitting here for
yes. And this is...
home to the infamous laser wheels.
And, hoo boy, are they exciting.
You'll know what we mean by laser wheels when we get there. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's a laser wheel.
In the meantime, we have these laser turrets, I guess. and they're real good for stacking up a whole bunch of hits early on.
I feel like they're laser blowtorches or something
Laser
silly like that.
blowtorches.
Even better.
Like they're just pointing over there and like, oh, we turned on the blowtorch because we're building something. So MrBond here now seeing the pattern that we were talking about earlier with the eye that you want to kill the boss.
Yeah,
and there
she
you
needs
nice
to go
quick
away.
kill.
Okay, so
I had that pattern listed in my list of patterns as please die before the screen fills up.
All right, very
all
straightforward.
right. Well, I mean, I don't disagree
And
with the
accurate.
name.
So in between the mid-boss here in stage 5 and the extra mid-boss, we'll see my favorite, that was an autobomb. That's a shameful autobomb, yeah.
Yeah, that's an irritating autobomb too, because that's a lot of scoring potential that just evaporated, but I think I'm just going to have to let it go.
Right here we have what I refer to as the popcorn pileup. These one-hit shifts are going to keep streaming in for a good while, and on normal, you get a lot of bullets. Even on novice, we're getting a lot of bullets. This has been your popcorn pileup.
The first of several.
Several, yeah. Ideally, we should see at least 3 on the eye side.
Welcome to the laser wheels.
May you enjoy your stay.
So to add insult to injury, the laser wheels are not just spinning wheels with lasers. There's also turrets that shoot regular bullets, because of course there are.
And also the laser wheel turrets themselves have contact damage.
Yes.
So you cannot run into them or you will take a hit.
Also,
and
there's
bomb.
tiny little tanks, and they're all placed in infuriating spots, so you can't kill them easily. So they can just kind of take pot shots at you while you're trying to deal with the laser wheels.
It's a real nasty section, especially if
Bond
you...
hybrid here in the popcorn pileup.
I had to. I lost my nice initial hit build-up for some reason. I can never quite earthly understand how to keep that after the big side lasers.
That was an autobomb there. That was, yeah, it was just too close to that tank, and that tank just kind of point blanked him. I was watching that.
Getting that last B over there is always
A
really
little
tense.
stressful.
There's not a very large window of time that you can access it, so it usually looks about like that, where you're just sort of, please let me get this before it goes away.
Yes, also volume warning, I may get startled at some point during the laser wheel section.
That was a laser wheel turret you drove into there.
Yeah, I had no more bombs remaining, so it's like, good luck.
Yeah, you're trying to get that B as the wheel's closing. That's unfortunate. EI is having an experience right the now.
Yeah, forget that.
Say,
we're done with this.
Yeah, Hyper is maybe the last choice. This is a great spot to farm some hits because these laser wheels are turned inwards, and then you can transfer to these outer laser wheels, and then we get the
Yeah, I kind of messed up that entire section.
mid-boss parading as a boss here. Or is this the actual boss? I
No,
don't-
this is mid-boss.
Yeah, it's like last time I watched it was the Omote, so I know what the Omote one looks like, and I forgot what the Ura one looks like.
All right. That's fine enough.
Back to things. So we can see here EI in this popcorn phase, slowing down his shots so he can wait for more popcorn spawns so he can keep enemies on screen, keep chaining. That's kind of the essence of DoDonPachi chaining right there. Is like
Sometimes you have to sip on your enemy enemy milkshake.
Sometimes you have to let the enemies keep shooting bullets so you can have them for later. It's not like a enemy buffets, you eat more and more. You gotta pace yourself.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end up with a ×6 for this last little section here, so that
Pretty
should
solid.
be fine. Not perfect, but fine. And here we see the potential of those big, like, sweepy bullet pattern bomber ships now.
Yeah, I just call them B2s because they look like a B2 bomber.
Oh, that spread shot is really not working for me.
And another B2 just kind of drops in and say, hey, I've been around your parade.
And it sure does. It's real good at that.
Because you say we haven't done the can that's parade as a mid-boss. The can that wishes it was a mid-boss.
That's also kind of a proud tradition in a lot of DoDonPachi games I've seen. Like, Diojo definitely has a big old, like, not actually mid-boss cannon masquerading as a mid-boss. I think it's in stage 4 in that one, though.
Yeah, so we are almost here to the stage 5 boss.
Nice, I got a ×7 multiplier right before the final popcorn pileup.
Sick.
Yep, and they're just streaming in there.
Not as good of scoring as I'd like because I botched at the beginning, but it's still a decent enough score coming out of here.
You know, like 880 Oku, is that what I'm saying?
862.
862, okay, I can't read the numbers.
Their separators are not very visible.
They are not.
I just couldn't tell the difference between an 8 and a 6. So we can start here with the bullet maze pattern, as I refer to it. I have a list of everything because I felt like it.
I can't argue the point.
Next we have our favorite pattern, the double rainbow, all the way across the sky.
Double rainbow is extremely terrifying because there's a whole lot of, I'm not really sure what you're meant to do.
Because we have
throughout this pattern.
these grenades arcing down, dropping bullets everywhere.
The grenades have contact, coincidentally.
Of course
because
they do.
Of course they do.
Because why wouldn't they? How silly.
Now we get lasers and grenades.
Jeez. I'm opposite of what I want to be right now.
And you're making dodges. Then we have the napalm missiles, which are a little bit frightening.
Just a little.
And then we have this spinny pattern. Go to my list here. I believe this is the Oh God Too Fast pattern. And now we're back to napalm. We're back to napalm now, so I don't know. So assuming EI fulfilled one of the conditions for the Omote loop.
Was that only 2 bombs?
I wasn't paying attention. I thought I saw 3. We'll find out really quickly. Enjoy a little Vocaloid here.
That was that oh,
Oh.
Did you Ura?
Oh, dear.
Did you Ura? Were we gonna see a novice Hibachi?
Are you prepared for sheer terror? Yes. This is Ura loop.
Oh, dear.
It's happening.
Yeah, we'll know it's Ura loop right away because we'll get the Ura transition after we get past the silos here.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be spicy.
We are buckling in now.
You say, do you have any Ura loop practice on novice?
No, I do not. So I don't know what the novice versions of the Ura loop mid bosses are going to look like. I have no earthly idea what's going to be happening on some of this.
But as you can already see, there's maybe a bit more bullet and such than there was when it was here earlier. Yeah, Bond here with the Omote loop, you can tell because the Colonel's all in the shadows there.
Yeah, but he's not completely obscured, which means I did make a loop, so that's something.
Oh yeah, and because I'm on Ura loop, my hyper rank is 5 right now. So canceling bullets is kind of not that much a thing anymore.
Yeah, so a mechanic that we didn't talk about, when you activate your hyper, you increase what's called the hyper rank. As you increase the hyper rank, bullets and lasers become harder to cancel with your hyper. Because the game is kind of offended that you're cheesing the mechanics.
That's a good way to put it.
I believe on the first loop, your hyper level resets to a floor every stage.
It resets to 1 every stage.
Oh, really?
But on either loop, on the Emote loop, it halves per stage. Between 1 to 5, it'll halve. On loop, it's -1.
Yeah, so if we don't hyper through stage 1, we'll go from 5 to 4.
Yes.
But we did hyper. Isn't 5 the max hyper rank, though?
Yes, it is. But on the loop, I believe the
Those are some fast bullets.
or the counter laser bullet counters. There we go. I got to get my own terminology that I made up,
the
right?
bullet counters.
The counter laser bullet counters are a lot more aggressive on loop, if I recall correctly. But don't quote me on that. I don't exactly remember.
We'll find out.
So it's kind of a shame I botched the 1-5 scoring, because the fact that I accidentally looped is tremendous.
You just gotta get that 2 Hibachi.
I mean, we're gonna see Novice Hibachi. I can pretty reasonably guarantee that much. But
yeah, have you been against Novice Hibachi in practice?
Novice Hibachi is not nearly as bad as the genuine article.
Yes.
Yeah, so when we see the angry tiny little bee at the end of the game, just remember, this is the East version. Our buddy, the tank full of bullets, to cancel. Although it's a little bit harder now. A little bit harder now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't care about the laser balls. We're just gonna go in.
That was a dangerous level of density. I would not have wanted to keep that around, so I feel you.
There's going to be a whole lot of just ad-libbing through stuff here.
Yeah, again, EI has no training experience on the novice loop, so he's kind of flying by the seat of his pants.
Literally, this is the first time I've ever even pulled it off. So
in a marathon setting, so that's impressive.
This never happens.
Has never happened.
This never happened before.
Excuse me.
That didn't happen in practice.
I mean, it literally didn't, though. Help. 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 Okay. No, still help.
Yeah, as we can see, that big tank is kind of angry at you existing.
Friendly reminder to everyone, by the way, this is Novice. The real patterns are even angrier.
Yeah, it's...
Did I seriously no-miss, no-bomb that?
I believe so.
What?
It's okay, Bodie McBoatface is going to get you.
Oh yeah, Bodie McBoatface is not going to be pleased to see me today.
Those patterns are normal or bad enough. The Ura novice, the Ura loop novice is going to be exciting to watch.
So my understanding is the actual bullet patterns themselves are identical. Ooh! But the hyper rank is different, and I believe the counter laser bullet counters are angrier on Ura. But I think besides the fact that obviously you're playing the Ura route on the stages and facing the Ura mid-bosses, and those other two differences, I think everything else is the same.
Oh yeah, it's all the circles.
Okay.
MrBond having his own exciting boating experience over there.
How's Bodie McBoatface treating you over there?
It's all right for now, but now it's time for the plain version of Bodie McBoatface.
So you're also about to be introduced to all the circles.
Goodness. That was unfortunate, but we'll deal.
So as you might be noticing, the popcorn starts shooting bullets way faster now, and once they get started, they don't stop.
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Okay, that was some spicy dodge, but we got through it somehow.
Yeah, so as we see the focus move from scoring to pure survival, you're going to see some strategies change here. That was an unfortunate autobomb. EI is still farming those lasers, with which there are a few more now, so more hits.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention about hyper rank. Every time you bomb or die, it goes down by 1 as well, but I think that's only in the loops. So
that sounds accurate.
And some scoring super plays will actually intentionally bomb to lower the hyper rank to make canceling bullets easier to be able to farm more hits to be able to get more points. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, you can see just on Bond's screen the bullet canceling when he was in hyper is significantly easier than on EI's screen now. Because the rank increases are not near as severe, and the rank decrease between stages is much more friendly. Yep, we have another $20 donation from V-Rays, Go Bond Go. That brings us up to 2.3 for Bond here, so we're getting close to that cap. Keep the money coming.
We've still got plenty of time throughout the rest of the run, but thank you all the same. It's getting a little scared there.
Because that is maybe a little bit of bullets.
A couple. That's a couple going on.
You're going to start hearing the exciting noises from our players here if they make some exciting dodges. Now, the polite thing is your hitbox is very visible. It's that glowing little circle.
It's very small, thankfully.
Also, in cave games, usually it's only the inner circle, like the inner white, lighter, or darker part of the bullets that actually counts for hits. So,
yes, the bullet hitboxes are smaller than they appear.
You may see EI go through a solid wall, what appears to be a solid wall of bullets, but he's actually right in between the two edges of two bullets where there's actually no hitbox.
Had to.
Happens with surprising frequency. You're watching him do boss practice, actually.
I really didn't want to use that hyper, but getting that extend is super important.
You're going to have an exciting time here.
Bother with this.
Fortunately, stage 3 boss is still not that bad, with a question mark.
She's got some patterns.
See? Not that bad. Perfectly fine.
It's real dense near the end.
Okay, this pattern can get...
The missiles
causing extra bullets is maybe a bit of a blip on the radar.
Then we have the goofy spreads.
Oh, jeez.
I'll just
now
take
we have
that one.
the lasers.
It's fine.
I'm... well,
and you got bombs.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
And now we're surfing. I'm not going to talk about what those bullet patterns look like. They're supposed to be triangles.
They're nerfed triangles. Wow, that
was surprisingly kind. Aside from
normally the boss survives to do like the super laser spread that all have counter laser bullet counters.
That was a few bullets going on.
You have some danger lasers happening too.
The lag was very severe.
Okay, I think I'm actually, for the sake of scoring, we're gonna do that.
You have a few lives in stock. I can see it.
And I'd rather have the bombs in stock. I'd lower the hyper rank. Basically, that was done for a wide variety of reasons.
All right, she needs to go away now because of this. Dang it.
That was the spread pattern that I was alluding to, and it gets extremely dicey.
Our buddies, the B-2 bombers are back. It's very fast bullets now.
Also, these little ships that fire the needle bullets are firing a spread of 3 needle bullets, which is exactly as problematic as it sounds like.
The only nice thing I can say for the B-2 bomber is that he bullet cancels when you kill him.
Alongside a rather, rare few set of comrades on that. There are not that many enemies that cancel bullets when you kill them.
This is not Mushihime-sama where every other big enemy cancels all the bullets on screen.
Alright, hello again, friend. I have no idea what you're going to be doing to me.
He does what he doesn't do.
I already hate it.
Just wait for the lasers.
But what if I didn't want that? Whoa, excuse me, what?
This is a gargantuan laser spread that puts the bullets. It's kind of beautiful.
Okay, you know what? Fine, whatever. I'm just gonna go with it at this point.
Now, the one thing I will note is EI being on the early does mean that his scoring potential may have been affected somewhat just because he doesn't know the mid bosses as well. And also the game's a little bit madder at him.
Yeah, which is fine, and we'll work with it.
So I would say in the interest of fairness, this is actually the fairest thing that could have happened. I was waiting for that bomb to come out.
I don't know if there was a good place to go with that, but I really wanted to keep Hyper to get the full value out of those guys.
Oh, but you left all those medals.
Oh, whatever. The medals are worth basically nothing. Who cares? Okay, I was gonna say, please blow up. I need the bullet cancel, thanks. Yeah, I can definitely tell that the counter laser bullet counters are a lot more excited on Ura, though, because Novice tones them down a bunch, and I can very much tell that they are a tad upset. Just a tad.
A well-appreciated bomb there for EA to pick up.
Fortunately on Novice, collecting a bomb fully restores your bomb stock.
Oh, that's
and I will need every single one of them.
You're gonna need a bit more than that for Hibachi. I'm not even gonna worry about doing the
trick on Loop 2 is
hard.
Really, like a lot of the bits that you're trying to deal with there are angry at you. Actually, everything at this point is angry at you.
It's quite upset that you are getting this far.
Yeah, as we're seeing, EA is starting to have to look for some tight squeezes now to make it through all these bullet patterns. More so than he was earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, that satellite cannon was wanted to be in your business.
And it was succeeding. Okay. Going left to start today, huh?
Ah, wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had a feeling on Ura this is going to be even more exciting. Oh, that was almost the Bonder bomb you ate. Oh, that bullet was in your business.
Oh, okay, we're fine. That's everything. Everything is.
It's happening.
Thoroughly fine.
So again, after the final boss of stage 5 here, you guys gonna get shunted to an extra stage, and he did fight not just one true last boss, but 2 of them because he's on Ura loop. So he gets double the pleasure, double the fun.
And
it's gonna be more than that though, because Hibachi is probably at least twice the fun of the normal last boss.
Yeah, the Golden Disaster.
Yeah, Golden Disaster.
Ooh, that's a lot more of those than I'm expecting to see. That's more than the norm. I don't like it. Please make it stop.
Yeah, you knew going into it you're gonna get more counter laser counter bullets. Counter.
Yes, but that's a lot spicier than I could have anticipated.
And we have another donation that just came in from Dr. Mutagen, $30. Just came back from being bad at shmups to watching someone be good at shmups. Dropping a donation here because you guys rules and because this is the cause well worth donating towards. Rock it on. Sorry for out of breath there, Dr. Mutagen. That was a long comment. I kept thinking it was going to end and then it just kept going. And I like, oh no, I'm out of breath.
Well, thanks, Doc.
Much appreciated. That's another 0.3. So
oh,
that's
2-6.
I think we're 2-6 now. We are within $40 of our maximum multiplier for MrBond's score here.
Good, thank you.
Every dollar counts.
It's not going to help for Novice here. I think I've tanked enough things that...
Your number is maybe a bit smaller than Leon's.
Yeah, a touch on the small side, but that's all right.
All right,
so here we have...
I'm going to be eating a death here. There's no way I make it through the pileup.
You say that, and you're going to like anti-jinx yourself, and you're not going to die, and you're going to dodge everything. Because you're getting pretty much their spawn in, so you're getting pretty good bullets.
Oh, I probably should have left a few more of those alive. The good thing is, when you're on the loop, the chain timer, which is that like vertical gauge on the upper left, decreases more slowly than it would normally.
It's already pretty generous on Novice.
Novice basically gives you the loop 2 timer and then makes the loop 2 timer like hilariously generous.
Yeah,
Just keep worrying, yeah. I'll tell you when you die.
Thanks, that'll be helpful. I won't be able to tell myself. How?
Very carefully.
Okay, this is fine. Honestly, my expectation for 2-5 in general is pretty low scoring-wise, so I'm not surprised by anything that's happening, and I'm just kind of along for the ride at this point. Because even on the Emote loop, 2-5 is
Not trivial.
very exciting, let's say.
Yeah, I'm sure MrBond is... You can just tell by how intense MrBond is over there. He's having the time.
Very excited to be a part of this 2-5. Dang it.
It's okay, they got more bombs where those came from.
No. Help. No. Help. No. Okay, I need to get over to the right. Because this bit is scary. And
This is where the gaps get kind of awkward.
okay, we're gonna take the hyper here.
Seems fair.
Especially because you can kind of point blank some of these and get most of your hyper gauge back. Which is good, because I'll probably need it for the mid-boss. Whoa, hi! Hi, that 3-way spread is not friendly. Please don't,
Yeah,
thanks.
the mid-boss pose is the boss mid-boss, not the giant cannon pose is the mid-boss, not mid-boss.
Yes.
Very important. That was kind of a nice dodge.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say I would like you to go away now, please.
Those are some counter bullets coming off him now, though, from those laser bullets.
Okay. We're fine. Everything is okay. Things are under control.
MrBond having an exciting time with the Emote mid-boss here. He's an exciting boy on a flying roller skates.
Okay. Everything's fine. That worked, I guess.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? That's fine. Doing that now is
I think
better.
so, yeah, well, you still have the bomb pickup on screen, so if you're going to auto-bomb, that was the place to do it.
These stupid wheelie tanks are the worst.
The spinning shoot out a giant cluster of bullets.
Yeah,
really
they
big.
just sort of like barf out a here's some bullets. Look how slow that chain timer is, though. It's kind of beautiful. You just get like a half a year to shoot another enemy down.
We'll say the second loop combo, the chain timer is probably helping out Bond a little bit here.
Yeah, it is. Otherwise, I'd be dropping left and right.
Need to be very careful about not accidentally sort of meandering into these lasers when I'm switching back to shot to go faster.
And also not getting point blank by the big spread tank guys.
Yeah.
That's also important.
Okay, I remembered to go left first. It's very important because otherwise there's a bunch of tanks over there that really love to ruin your day while you're dealing with the B-52.
Yeah. Having tanks shooting sideways into the B-52's bullets is, or the B-2's bullets is
B2,
kind of,
sorry.
Yeah, kind of a bad time.
Be whatever. Be the bomber. Feel the bomber. Taste the bomber.
I was getting worried there for a second, Bond. Those lasers were getting awful close.
Yeah,
I
they
wasn't
were
sure what you were going to be able to do.
encroaching on my personal space, and I did not appreciate.
I feel like this popcorn is doing more work than that cannon was.
that popcorn was really getting the job done, and that cannon was really not. But the popcorn was more than enough making up the difference.
Yeah, all the threats were from the popcorn.
And the 2-5 popcorn pileup. And this shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
EA's got some practice on the normal version of this, which is not too far removed from the second loop version.
Some of these are Like the Loop 2 versions of some of these patterns are kind of outrageous, and now it's
this is
the
double rainbow back again.
double rainbow, I think.
Yeah, we just added another double. It's like 6 grenades.
Or 8 maybe even? I don't know. I can't tell.
Amount.
There's a lot. I don't understand what this wants from me if I were to, you know, dodge it for real as opposed to just cheesing it with hyper. Okay, thank you for taking forever to restart your pattern. That's appreciated.
Now we're going to get the slightly more fun patterns that are somewhat easier to conceptually understand.
Except
also, the slowdown's going to be up there.
The fact that it's triple grenades is really problematic, though, because there's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, the napalm's going to be a bit more exciting, though.
Yeah. Also, hi. Can you, like, consider getting out of the way, Blue Bullets, please? No. And I don't know. We're just going with this. This is fine.
She's just putting on, like, a rave light show for you.
It's one heck of a rave light show. Those are not canceling at all. Or very minimally.
Like you say, your hyper rank is maybe a bit high.
Okay, please go away. Thank you.
Okay, EI and Bond are both off to the exciting final TLB time. Only EI's got maybe a bit more to do than Bond's gonna have here.
It's true.
Bond's gonna get shot up here by Golden Disaster first.
Wait for it. Wait for the best line in the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about your fortitude today? I guess it's an obscenity.
Progressing towards your true potential. All you need to know about the plot to DaiFukkatsu is it involves time travel and is all set up anyways.
It's true.
So I've named this first pattern Welcome to Disaster, because there was no good descriptive name for it. It's just kind of like, hey yo, here's the TLB.
Here's Golden Disaster.
This is OGs, that's a lot of guys, because those are dudes which will shoot bullets, as MrBond is seeing right now.
Thankfully, they're not all that threatening.
They can be.
Once you get a gross of them out of the way.
Next we have the hula hoops.
Oh, back up. Do not want the hula hoops to slap me. That would be very bad. I would be upset.
Next up we should see fireballs and giant laser. See, next on my list of things that he does. I think it's after these spread patterns. Yep, there's the fireballs and the giant laser.
I'm gonna eat probably death here, I would say, considering how quickly I'm burning through bombs.
And Bond now enjoying the laser grid with the incredibly slow counter bullets. And the hexagons.
Can't believe I almost dodged that whole thing. That was ridiculous.
Alright, this is going to be a little bit problematic.
EI has the laser grids happening now. Again, those counter bullets from the lasers go maybe a bit slow.
And that is maybe a bit problematic. Alright, okay, we're doing left hexagon first. Oh, I just barely didn't tap left enough. That's upsetting.
Bond here on his last life. I think he'll get through though. I'm rooting for you, Bond. You got
6 bombs. I should be able to do it. Considering where I am in the pattern. Yeah, I think we're alright.
Yeah, because he just loops all of his patterns once he finishes the
just barely didn't tap right enough there.
Alright, so EI is through Golden Disaster. It's time for an even greater disaster. Hibachi is coming.
But this is novice Hibachis. This is not what you all paid for.
Yeah,
this is a very toned down version of what you all paid for.
This is the novice version of the washing machine. Let me tell you, this is nothing
extremely tame compared to what the real deal is.
The other important thing to know about Hibachi, when you're invulnerable, Hibachi's also invulnerable because Hibachi doesn't appreciate when you cheat. This is the laser spin cycle here, so the lasers are spinning and the bullets are spinning, and we're all very having a fun time. Next up will be the laser walls pattern, yes. Hibachi fires these lovely spread shots while shooting these rising lasers out from the sides.
Which normally have a lot more counter... Oh, there they go. Now they're starting to activate.
And it's time for my favorite pattern. No. All you need to know is that Hibachi is firing lasers in a 360-degree pattern and also shoots out these lovely arrow bullets, which have really weird hitboxes. I'm still not entirely sure what the hitbox
It's like
on
the
it is.
center orbit, but...
Yeah, imagine this, but it's going like twice as fast, and that's about where normal Hibachi's
and
at.
a literal just wall
Yeah,
of
it's
bullets
like
of
walls.
both types of bullets.
Yeah, it's like I heard you wanted to like micro-dodge through the arrows while micro-dodging through the blue bullets at the same time, while making sure you're lasering so you don't get murdered by the laser
Spinning around, yeah. It's kind of outrageous.
And that's not Hibachi.
How we doing time-wise?
We are just about to hit an hour here.
Well, maybe we just go right on to
We
normal.
can move on to normal. I think mine was 30.1 billion in my final, so you're probably well ahead, even with the multiplier. Considering your 4 stock, my goodness.
Where's my
All right,
tracker
we'll let
sheet for
the
scores so I can pop that in?
ending play for this quick, because I
It's
need
one of the spreadsheets.
I need a
There you go.
sip of water.
So what, do you have what your score was, Bond?
30.1 billion.
3100000, and yeah.
1404 Oku. I don't know what that looks like.
140.4 billion. Something like that, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oops, not a range. Not there yet.
All right, that was
Need to add some zeros on Bond's score here.
that was unexpectedly intense for
And we're
novice,
currently at
especially.
21.
Okay. I didn't quite get the 1-5 I wanted, but you know what? I made Loop. I'm okay with the result. 2-all with the flashing because it's Ura.
Good lord.
I can type in all those numbers, but I don't feel like it. Oh, whoa, we got some donations there during that excitement.
Well,
so we have
I don't know what my laptop
$40
is
from
doing, but it
Saxon
is
Fox,
angry.
and it says double, 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 double rainbow. That's about accurate. It's
Yeah.
going to be.
That's interesting.
I don't know, the game over screen just apparently sent everything into a fit. It was too
And
much.
I also have $15 from Finn K. EI is an incredible schmupper and also a comedic superstar. Well, thank you for those kind words, Finn. And I'll just update our total then.
Okay, come on, please, game over screen. You do not have to do this.
It is taking its sweet time.
Sweet, sweet time.
It does not like something that is happening right now.
It's trying to figure out where to save the replay to, and it's failing. Who knows?
We might have to take a quick tech break because all of a sudden things are seizing
Oh,
up.
there it goes.
there
There
we
it goes.
go.
Okay.
It found some
Wow,
place.
I don't know what was going on with that.
It's thinking.
Your hard drive is really cranky about life. Yeah, you better save that.
I'm trying to.
It really is really having time.
It is. I might have to restart the game quick. If that's okay.
Yeah, that should be all right.
Yeah, we're running slightly ahead on scheduling.
Because we were intending to do an hour 15 for novice with the thought that if runs went badly, things could...
That'd give you enough time to get a couple of restarts in and then
yeah.
go through 2-all.
Okay, I don't know how we want to handle quick restarting the things. It's fine now, but I don't trust it.
Oh, you could just restart the game. Everything else will pick up.
Okay.
Yeah, the capture will figure it out, hopefully. I'm monitoring, so I'll let you know if anything bad happens so we can run some tech.
As long as it comes back on the monitor, it'll be okay. So novice or normal is going to be a fair sight different, at least for me. You're probably going to see just a bunch of flailing about.
Normal starts more or less where the second loop in novice starts, except for some other things are nicer.
Yeah, so one of the main differences with normal is when you autobomb, your chain breaks. See ya. See ya, score. And I've also taken the liberty to change some settings around. So we should see, as far as I'm aware, game audio is coming off of mine.
Yes.
Which means we should hear some different music for your listening pleasure.
EA has gone to the effort of configuring his options so that you get some more exciting music. I believe we're doing the Black Label.
This is Black Label soundtrack, yes.
All right, so looks like we're both ready.
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep, just a bit different.
Jump gate.
It's a real strong soundtrack. The Black Label soundtrack is really good.
Yeah, you're gonna notice immediately the popcorn will start firing bullets a bit more than they were in Novice.
Also, if you look at that chain timer, it is now running full speed.
Also, the bees are hidden. You have to touch them with the tip of your laser still, I think?
Yes, tip of your laser has to touch the bee. Or the location of the bee.
To reveal it before you can pick it up.
Okay, still got
I was worried about that tank there for a second. Yeah.
I feel like that was a little sketchy with carrying the chain through, but it worked.
Yeah.
My standards for the normal version of the game are basically I succeeded the stage 1 chain, or at least my version of the stage 1 chain, and all right, that's all I care about for scoring. That's enough to get the to guarantee the first score extend, and that's about where that will probably be left. Took like a little split second of chain slop there, but it's fine. Oop, don't need that.
Because the chain timer decreases so much faster, you gotta be a lot tighter with your transitions between enemy groups. And we're gonna see a lot more leaving enemies on screen to hold chain.
All right.
Oh, this boss song's so good.
Might just miss the 10 Oku for first extend off stage 1, but that's still mostly fine. If it gets me most of the way there, that's good enough.
Hacha!
Fortunately, these like little spread shots can be misdirected back and forth. Makes them pretty easy to dodge.
You got your extend. Just barely.
Just barely. By a smaller margin than the amount of points you get basically just starting the stage. So the other, I think a different critical chaining mechanic that we never touched on, if you have your laser held onto an enemy, you will maintain a very tiny sliver of chain gauge. Now granted, when you kill that enemy, you're not guaranteed to get the full chain gauge back up, but that can let you keep your chain against the larger enemy, and then from there you can kind of, whatever. From there, then you can hopefully take your laser off that enemy and onto something else, so that you can keep it going. There's kind of an art form to this, as you might imagine. Okay, whatever. That transition can be a little weird depending on how you handle coming off that mid-boss.
Really, to get the good transition, you have to keep that mid-boss alive.
And even these sets of guys here can be tough to keep alive enough to actually keep your chain going.
Yeah, it's very, very tight timings on your shots.
Shoot-a-boops. As mentioned, my standards for scoring on normal, significantly relaxed. Switching between those two big enemies there can be really hard too, so yeah, whatever. My stage 2 is never particularly one I expect to get a ton of points out of. Now. I take the very lazy way out and just hyper through that because that pattern can be really nasty. The spinny bits on everything can cause problems, let's just say. So for what it's worth, my goal for the normal mode here is just to see the second loop. If you think that that's significantly lower standards, you're right. Correct. That is in fact the case. But as you will see, stage 5 gets
very exciting.
Yeah, we're only on stage 3 and we're getting an awful lot of bullets.
Not too worried about my chain until after the laser bit here.
That's an unfortunate auto bomb.
It is, especially because it destroyed the 2 laser bits that I wanted to, you know, counter with my laser. So we're gonna have to deal with just the scraps of all of these other bullets being shot here. Oh, hello, Danger Laser. That's a thing we haven't seen too much of because Novice doesn't really do it much. If you're countering what the game deems to be too many bullets at once, you get danger lasers that basically swoop in and are like, "Hi, I'm gonna get you," and then they fire a laser across the screen at you. And if you destroy the danger laser with your own laser, then you continue to have fun times because the danger laser will explode into a whole bunch of extra bullets. Hooray! Just what you wanted.
The game is very much committed to being mad at you if you decide to cancel too much, basically.
Should still be Ura, yeah. Now, I took a death on this stage, which means on stage 4, I will no longer be in Ura loop. Not... Oh, I need that. Okay. Not too much of a problem on the face of it. The main differences between the loops are the mid-bosses, and you kind of misdirect to that extra little segment of stage. And, hold that thought. Okay. But the misdirection part, where you go into the alternate mid-boss, also has 2 additional Bs, so that's where the count of 45 comes from. So you have to obviously take the Ura route for the entire game if you're going to get the Ura loop, but you don't have to do so if you just want the Emote loop, because you only need 35 Bs for that. And getting Ura loop will absolutely help a ton, but it is not strictly required. Okay, it didn't die to the bomb, so I still got the extend. That's really important.
I was worried when the auto bomb went off. I was like, oh, this could be bad.
I normally would prefer to use a hyper there, but I didn't have one charged up, so I was kind of in a bad spot overall. There we go. I actually misdirected that correctly this time. Christmas miracle.
All tight up in there.
Here, I'm gonna show off just why you don't laser the center of this pattern.
Seems perfectly reasonable to me.
It's a very bad idea. This is why, up until me demonstrating it, I was always off to the side, so I'd only encounter one of those lasers rather than all of them. Because that happens. You don't want that. It's very bad.
Man, I just don't get to hear the Black Rail soundtrack much. This is really rad.
There's a reason I made sure to have it set up so we could get all of the available soundtracks on offer here. Oh, there's Danger Laser. Hello, Danger Laser. Goodbye, Danger Laser. Probably gonna eat some chain slop here. I don't quite know the right pace to kill those guys to sip on them existing and be able to actually keep chain throughout all of that. Throughout all of that shenaniganry. Okay, that was sketchy. We're just gonna hyper all of this garbage because no, I've had enough of that. Wait, why am I still Ura? Okay. That is not what I wanted.
Well, that's what you get.
This is the world I'm living in now.
As you can see, this mid boss is very excited to see. He's showing him all the bullets at the same, the lasers.
Where's the war? It's here. We found it. Don't like this. Okay, that could have gone better. The good news is the extra Bs all but guarantee that I will be all set to go for at least earning Omote Loop, assuming I can not fall on my face all the way through, 1-5. Which, unfortunately, not a guarantee, because 1-5 is real dicey.
Yeah, if you thought those laser wheels were bad in the second novice loop, get ready. Bomb just terrified me on the left side here with no bombs, no lives.
Yeah, it's not going to end well. We'd be lucky to see 1-5.
You got your hyper though. And you have a bomb now, so you got one hit.
Possible.
The good news is there's still plenty of time to retry.
Yeah, that's how these normal runs go for me. It's like 10 minutes, okay. Yeah, great.
Come on, let me get my... Okay, well I got all of the Bs, so all of the Bs across the first two stages is basically that literally guarantees it stamps my ticket into the Emote Loop as long as I survive to the Emote Loop. So now it's just a matter of trying to get what points I can throughout the rest of this shenaniganry.
Hyper saved you there, Bob.
I had to burn it. I was getting very startled.
I unfortunately broke chain, so I don't get my chain value for the boss, but that was a decent little thing going on at the end of that.
We'll see if I can do the rocket pick up normal. Looks like you're good at safe. Let's see how much bar you can get off here. Good chunk.
Yeah, that was pretty clean.
That was pretty much optimal.
Yeah, figured I was gonna eat it there.
Oh. Okay, please no, please no, please no, please no, please no. Didn't want to take that bomb there. Oh. Not ideal, but we'll carry on. All right, 1-5. And, yep, we're already off to an exciting start, aren't we? Also,
Popcorn, just give me a warm up.
this is, I think, gonna be Ura 1-5, and I'm terrified by that. Because I don't generally practice the Ura route on 1-5 on normal, because normally I go back, I get unceremoniously kicked back to Omote on stage 4. That didn't happen. So I'm frankly terrified. I don't know how I could have really reasonably saved that chain. So how the chain slop works, if you have an active hyper or a full hyper gauge, when you break your chain just outright breaks. Otherwise, it will gradually decay like you kind of saw there for a split second before it just canceled my chain because I died. Rude. Don't know what I want to do with this right now. So we get the popcorn pileup, which is great. Perfect. But yeah, normally I would be on the Omote loop, so I'd be dealing with the Omote mid-bosses, which are moderately less terrifying.
Patterns are a bit more straightforward on the Omote mid-bosses. For 5 at least.
Fortunately, I still have plenty of lives and bombs, so assuming I avert a complete catastrophe, which, granted, laser wheels are happening, so that's a big assumption. I'd want that.
You also want those tanks to stop existing. That's also the important thing.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's completely under control, because, yeah, it's not.
That was a lot of bullets.
But it was more under control than it was prior to it being completely not under control anymore. So, given what the ratio was before for Novice, do we want to unchain that limiter on the multiplier?
Nah, that's right.
Let people give you as much energy as they can?
No, I have a feeling no matter what they give, it's very much in your favor still.
Oh, shit. You got another 1x multiplier. It started getting a little interesting for Novice.
No, that's right. Novice is already passed. We can keep it at the 3x max.
All right. Figured I'd at least put it on offer. I meant to hyper to try and save that chain, but I did it like frames too late. I really don't want any of this help. The walls of bullets that the other wheels are shooting here are real problematic.
Yeah, these are some tight gaps you guys can be walking through here. And then, oh, the tanks got him. Tanks for the memories. You had to expect one that pun.
Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna do this, and if nothing else, induce slowdown with it. Hi, I don't appreciate that slowdown. Wait, what even?
What even hit you?
Oof. Oh, the counter laser bullet counters. Because apparently the lasers that the Ura 5 mid-boss shoots do that. Thanks. Appreciate it. Stage 1-5 on normal is an experience, to say the least.
Stage 1-5 on the second loop on normal is probably its own experience.
I'm sure. I don't want to think about it.
That was a danger laser.
It was. That was the danger laser death spread, too.
Here we go, B2 into the final laser sequence, eh?
Yep, we're coming in on the tail end of 1-5 and loop 1 in general. Whoa! Buddy.
That was a spicy dodge. Yeah, you're like giving me palpitations.
Giving myself palpitations. Didn't go to the right or left or whatever direction that is, I don't know anymore. However directions work, I don't know. I'd hold up my hands, but I'm using them.
You're kind of using them. I'd hold up hands, but I'm not on camera.
Well, the one to your left is your left, obviously.
Which one makes an L?
It's a shame that I get basically nothing, no value out of this popcorn pileup. Okay, 3 bombs, 1 life, final destination. Let's go.
Alright, so again, I'm going to start off with my favorite, the missile, or not the missiles, the bullet maze, and then the double rainbow, the real version this time.
Yeah, double rainbow, but actually all the way across the sky. So
I love the bullet maze pattern, it's so nifty. Here it is, double rainbow.
Want it.
If anyone can parse out what the game actually expects you to do, please send us help, because we have no clue. We both looked at it, we're like, I don't know what they want.
Like, high-tier schmuppers I've talked to are just like, yeah, I hyper through that. Good players just kind of shrug and go, I don't know, man.
Like, that was bad positioning.
Yeah, sometimes they can explode right along the bottom, and when they do that, it's a little unfortunate.
Don't let the napalm get you. That was too far.
No, that was the bullet.
The bullet got you.
Yeah, the
napalm?
one bullet that was sneaking over there while the napalm was happening is what got me.
Then we have one of my favorite patterns here: the lasers on one side and just bullets on the other.
You know what I don't want? This pattern.
Yeah, this is oh god, too fast. And let's please stop starting right now.
All right. So the good news is, it's a loop.
The bad news is, it's a loop.
Yeah. So if you really
Bond, you're not supposed to count center laser.
No, don't be in the center for that. That's bad.
Too late. It has been done.
That was many bullets. We have a $20 anonymous donation. Thank you for that donation. With no comment.
I performed magnificently.
He's building new order. Now I could just say no. I'm gonna go back to the future and take my game over. I'm done.
Now, why would you do that?
That's
though?
no fun.
No, let us instead dive into the fire.
Many strong men await you, and women. We don't discriminate. Yeah, it is the popcorn bullets immediately are just immediately problematic. I got no stock. 5 bombs. If you make it to 2-2, I'll call it a win with those resources.
If I can make it to 2-3, I can potentially get the additional extend and use that to clear 2-3.
Or if you can rack up 6 billion somehow, you'll get the other score extend.
Yeah, I'm not going to count on that
That'd
one.
be a bit of work.
That would be an accomplishment as far as I'm concerned. Oh, right. You might... One other thing that can happen in the loop, and it happens way more often in normal than novice, as you're canceling bullets in the loop, you might sometimes notice an extra little fireball bullet basically spawn right by you and make a beeline for your ship. That's a thing. It's another way in which the game is upset at you for canceling bullets and would prefer that you stop doing such.
Yeah, I find it fascinating that the game is all about canceling bullets, but there's so many mechanics to discourage you from canceling bullets.
I don't even know.
I am kind of shocked and all that you dodged through all
I
that.
don't
You were doing
even know.
You were pulling some question moves there, yeah. I am kind of affected by that.
At the moves I pulled or at the fact that I survived?
The fact that you got away with it.
This pattern is real ugly on the loop.
It was so tame in novice, but now look at how much it's grown up. Hacha!
Hacha is very dangerous in the loop because of the counter laser bullet counters, which, as you could see, were basically cutting off huge chunks of space. Real rude. Don't like it. Don't want it. No miss! Sure.
You had no choice.
It's true.
Yeah, as we can see, even the mid-sized enemies are putting out impressive piles of bullets now.
Oh, yep, see, those little fireballs down there are an additional anti-bullet countering mechanism. Because we needed more of those, right? Danger lasers just weren't good enough.
Oh, Snake Arm Guy, my favorite emote mid-boss. Snaky Arm Guy. I was impressed you dodged through as much of that as you did.
As you might imagine, any even vague concept of scoring has gone out the window. We are fully into desperately try not to die mode.
I saw that manual bomb.
Laser, please, please do not. Please do not any of what's happening. Whatever, I don't need that chain. It's fine.
Well, at least you have 2 bombs for this boss. 2-3 is a possibility now.
I don't think getting to the 2-3 extend is, though. At least not without a miraculous performance.
Especially because even on the emote loop, boss 2's patterns get really exciting.
I don't even know.
They say hyper rank was just too
I don't even know.
And there we go.
Yeah, the spinning patterns are just outrageous. On 47.9 Oku. Whew. 2-2 though. That's that is a performance I can be fine with.
No, you still got half an hour if you want to put another one in.
I don't know. I don't know if I can take another one. Bond, in the meanwhile, looks like on
Stage 5
1
boss
5.
here.
Yeah, this is not going super spectacular here.
Yeah, that was a lot of bombs. He ate up.
Sirs.
That was a nice cutback.
That was sketchy.
You are making some impressive cutbacks, my friend.
Also kind of scary cutbacks.
That's
I was gonna say, you might want to hyper that.
Better to be lucky than good, I guess.
All right, I'll do one more, but I don't guarantee it'll be as good. But we got to make sure we give Bond the full hour to put together some decent runs.
One more out of this, considering how easily I'm gonna tank it, like very shortly here.
I mean, the laser wheels are a real problem.
Not a lot of resources for Bond.
Yeah, I've got nothing to work on.
One
here.
bomb, no stock.
No, one stock.
Oh, is it one
Just
stock?
It's one stock.
Not bad.
Oh, this is not going to end
none.
well. Excuse me, sirs. All right, thank you, Hyper. Good lord. Not what I needed there.
All right, 20 Oku and counting.
Which actually I think would put him in the lead for normal, correct?
Oh, jeez. If the multiplier holds out, yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Oh, need that. There we go. Okay. This is a very mentally strenuous game.
Most cave shops are like that. It's 20 to 60 minutes of really intense concentration.
So like I was saying about that 2 hours of warm-up and 5 minutes of okay play, I think I'm about hitting that on my side, but it's going to expire very shortly.
Then you have to make EI work if you... EI's gonna have to work if he wants to get the normal score right now.
What's it at with multiplier?
58.29 Oku, or 58.29 Oku.
Oof, okay.
Which is below your PV, but that's a score.
That will require at least 2 stages to have a passable chain.
And I haven't updated in a little bit, so...
So if we're not already at max multiplier for helping me out, please, please, please.
Yeah, about $40 more will bring us to the top of the max multiplier. Yep, and we hit 21 Oku.
Nice.
Cool. I'm about to eat it here though, because this is not going well. Yep, right there.
You know, that
21.15. Countdown.
So the 59.22 that, yeah, we need to take the lead back on normal.
Knowing how poorly I do, I probably have time for one more go at this.
Probably, yeah. And then we'll have the rest of the time for range.
For ARG B.
A range B and some very
absolute-
angry red B.
Some chaos.
Some arrange B and some red B. Okay. All right, Beauty, hit us with some of those pattern names.
This is the Bodhi McBoatface pattern still. Then we have everything spins. Because all these different shot patterns involve some sort of rotation. And then now we have her final pattern, a bunch of circles. It's all circles.
A bunch of circles.
Here comes the actual bunch of circles.
That's a lot of circles.
Here comes the actual bunch of circles.
It's all circles all the way down.
Sounds more like an RPG victory theme than a shmup theme.
I mean, we could just like hack the Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors or whatever.
Excuse you.
It's like this chord slide down. It's so dirty.
Whatever. Okay. Get me some...
I knew I should grab the second bottle of water.
Unfortunately, your lack of foresight will be your downfall. Okay, I need that bullet cancel. Okay, good. You need that other bullet cancel. Okay, good. I need all the bullet cancels to stay alive now, please. And
why are you driving into bullets, EI?
Because I'm bad at video games. Where are you? You're over here! Someone! Alright, well, hopefully I don't need that bee. Because I lost track of where I was, and where it was, and where everything is, and the state of the world.
Yeah.
Also, I would normally have a hyper banked for this, so this is officially what I would deem sketchy.
Yeah, he has some exciting patterns, this guy.
I need that. That figures.
I don't know what you're expecting. That cutback would have been difficult to say the least.
My confidence level in being able to take the lead on this is pretty low.
It would take an impressive run from you.
I mean, due to how good I am at meandering into bullets just sort of wandering across the screen, like that. Alright, well, we're just going to do this. We're going to take the easy way out here and not allow you to cause me to bomb. Alright, good. Need that. Okay. The circle bullets there always give me a little bit of a minor heart attack because you have to scoot forward to not get caught out by them.
I didn't come up with a good name for that that little pattern between the missiles and the start of the doll lasers here.
But here we have the spinning doll lasers.
Yeah, which are pretty terrifying because those bullets are not fun.
Yeah, there's two overlapping bullet patterns, and then you have the rotating doll lasers to force you into basically almost always be lasering.
I have dubbed this pattern sewer surfing because I really like Turtles in Time.
It's a good game. I can't argue. Okay. I lost on 16k of chain value. I'm not really going to lose sleep over that.
Is this where I shamelessly just like shill for this Schmuckla club? Should not.
Probably not, but I don't know.
Oh, B, please.
I mentioned it, so people are interested, they can look it up.
Okay, that was scary.
If you two are thrilled about the idea of having many bullets shot at you, maybe play some shmups.
That's a general plug for the genre. Sounds good, because people don't play enough shmups. Play more shmups, everybody. They're good.
Yeah, somehow between the Switch and Steam, there are a lot of surprisingly good shmups out there that you can get pretty cheaply.
And they're worth your money. Highly recommend. Make it happen. Play some shmups, everybody.
Please.
That's your homework for today.
Please help shmup developers keep their doors open. They would like to keep working.
Hey, good news. The war is in fact still here. Just in case you were wondering, war did not go away. War's still here.
The war is indeed here.
I don't know what the other lyrics are, but I know that the war is here. That is not what I wanted. I was gonna say bullet cancel, please.
Like I say, I hope you didn't need that chain.
Ah, yes, there's danger laser and other laser and other laser and spinning lasers and there are several varieties of laser that are happening right now. More lasers than you can shake a laser at.
That's a lot of lasers.
It is. You are correct. I need that bullet cancel. Ah! Thought I had a little bit more time to sneak over.
But you did not.
But I did not. Going between lasering a big enemy and maintaining your chain on some other enemy is an art form. Case in point. If you look at the high scores, though, you can probably see part of why the maximum of 3x was chosen.
Yeah, it lined up pretty well.
I didn't back up enough.
Lined up pretty well for normal. Novice is obviously a mixed bag.
If you had... I think your novice PB was in range where it wouldn't have been an unreasonable handicap.
That's true. But there's no way in heck I would expect a even nearly PB at an event.
I mean,
but
I Earl-looped on event, so anything is clearly possible.
This is what EI does not want to spend a lot of time in. Luckily, he did not have to.
Yeah, that pattern gets very, very scary if you let it. Unfortunately, I didn't let it. Oh, I got a no miss.
Neat.
I wonder if that means I'm kicked back onto Ura.
Who knows?
Because that would be terrifying and probably not ideal. Whoa! Buddy.
I am not sure how you survived that cut, because that was sketchy.
You're telling me.
I'm glad we both agree on it.
Trying to get as much value out of the hyper as I can here.
maximum value, maximum service.
Sure, we'll go with that. See, the problem is getting maximum value out of the laser turret barf is really hard when you've got everything else being real upset at your existence.
Yep, no, that's the emote you need buff.
Yep, that is in fact emote. That is honestly fine by me.
And then he shot you.
And then I got shot and died. Rip. But although that particular like sweep pattern can get a little dicey if you let it, which I guess if you're not slightly offset from where it is, because if you're offset, all of it will miss you. But if you have to tap back to where you were originally, then you are in for a world of hurt. Pretty sure I was lasering the door, and that's what kept my chain going, if you were wondering. Whoa!
That was a bit. Then he drive through the limbo board turret.
I thought I drove slightly around it, but alas.
It was not to be.
Laser wheels are just a problem in general. They will never not be a problem. Danger Laser, I do not want you over there. Can you please not?
Oh boy.
Thought that was going to cancel just slightly more. I slightly misjudged the hyper rank there. This downward scrolling bit is intensely problematic.
I don't know. It looks like Bond's ahead of his score from last time already.
Oh, jeez.
Going into 1-5, though, this would be a real short trip.
You're only like 3 Oku from your PB.
Isn't there a B over here somewhere? There it is.
Ow.
Ow. Alright, well, cool. My chain of now 1 and worth 13 points. Perfect. Just what I wanted for Christmas. What am I doing?
Driving the bullets.
Oh, that's oof. Oh, please, can this one stop? Thank you.
Alright, I will accept the chain slop there. I'd rather get out of there with resources intact than chain intact. Yes, I see you, Danger Lasers. Hi, how are you? Can you please choose not that thing that you're doing? I can't believe that worked.
That was maybe a bit sketchy.
I can't believe that I got away with that one. That's outrageous. Actually cheating, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't want that thing to blow up, though. Not how I wanted that to go.
No, that's gonna end well. Oh, I still have another stock. Shoot. Not realize.
Well, I got a little bit out of that popcorn pileup at least. Okay. Whoa.
$23.35. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make it rough for even rougher for you. You need 65.3 at Oku. That's a lot of Oku.
Yeah, I don't think that's
There's
looking
many
too
Okus.
likely right now.
I guess I'll put my initials into this one.
It says like only one Oku off your PB.
I'm not sure why that didn't register as number one then. Or why this did register as number one, rather.
I don't know.
Kind of odd to me, but hey, I don't know how scores work, apparently.
Scores are hard.
Ah!
Yeah, just going into the potential loop here again with nothing. No stock, but full
No
bombs.
stock, but a full bomb
Full
count,
bombs.
which
Could count for something.
probably not going to count for much, but let's see what we can do with it.
Just stand up here, stretching.
I might vote we take like a momentary break
We
before,
can take a few minutes before
Rage
going into
B.
Argaby here.
just to collect ourselves. Alright, well I will face them full force, for sure. 33.3 Oku.
It's a lot of Oku to catch up on.
Yeah, I need to double my score on loop 2, no less.
Yeah, that did about do you.
I'm not confident that that's going to be a thing, given how loop 2 be, but it's a nice thought.
Given your resources and you're on loop 2, yeah, it's going to be maybe a nice
help.
play. Oh.
Speaking of help. Okay, yeah, that spinning laser thing is something that I'm glad I didn't have to actually see, because that could have got me dicey quickly. How do I get over there? Kill those guys. What? How did I get through that without dying or bombing or whatever?
Just don't think about it, yeah.
How is any of this a thing that
Less
happening?
thinking, more play.
Can you
but-
please
buddy.
stop shooting at me? Can you please stop doing literally everything that you're doing right now? Thanks.
Boss's bolts are like, yeah, what's hyper rank?
And I'm just like, hey, the bullets are moving slowly enough that I can understand what's happening.
Hacha.
Okay.
You made it through. You got through the stage.
All right. Well, this is. I mean, really, at this point, I'm just hoping to, you know, ride this out as long as I can before Loop 2 just inevitably ends my life.
Sneak some points in while you're at it.
So half at level turn for hyper rank?
Yes.
For
On a Mote.
normal?
Yeah.
Mote, yeah.
Oh man, those like bullet cancel fireball bullets are real upset that I'm canceling bullets. Okay. Yeah.
Very good.
Sure.
That may in fact be a pattern.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, missed a donation from a little bit ago.
Nope.
$30 from Other Tom. This DoDonPachi segment is amazing. Play some shmups, save the frames. Randomize MrBond's enemies.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that was a thing too.
Yeah, that's a thing you're gonna have to deal with,
Yeah,
my friend.
it sure is.
Good luck with that.
Oh well, all for a good cause. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they are super unhappy with you now.
I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm really making
save the
any
frames? Yeah, save the
real
frames.
attempt at dodging any of this anymore. Like, good chunk of this is just, I don't know, whatever. Why did I...
I don't know, man.
Like, it was in the boss transition. What gives with that one? Come on. Come on. I'm gonna call some BS on that one. That doesn't seem to be helping that much.
A bit of a problem.
Your hyper rank might be a little high. That was the question, is how long?
I'm not having
Good
any
Lord.
of that.
That was lucky.
The problem is I'm not having any of that either.
Man, that was not any better. See, that was all we need. So, MrBond takes the normal score thanks to everyone's donations.
Thank you, everybody. Would not have gotten anywhere near without it.
Okay.
But all right, I think we can take just a couple minutes of
Settling down.
of chill before we go
Yeah, I
arguing.
think we're like $10 or $15 or $5 from maxing out your multiplier.
All
there,
right,
Mr. Bond.
5 more buckos
Wow. 5 more. That's all it takes.
to get the full 3x popper there.
All right, we're gonna take a stretch break here.
Yeah, I think it's well warranted.
Yeah, we'll just leave it going and just kind
All right,
of
I'll leave the game audio going. I'll mute us for a sec here.
spread out.
All right, and we are back getting set up for a range B. This will be probably the most confusing part of the game because a range B makes more or less no sense.
At least I can't make heads or tails of it.
It is inscrutable.
So both players will be starting from a fresh arrange B save because
yeah, so we got to go and
has,
demonstrate that we're.
Yeah, arrange B has a weird progression system, and basically they're going to make the enemies harder because that's what you want to do in a shmup.
That's not the right
hard.
button.
Initialize score, initialize rank. Bim, boom, bam.
All right. Fortunately, Arrange B helpfully will display the total score across all 5 stages for us. But
yeah, it'll do the math for us.
Arrange B is also just 1 stage at a time. It's a very weird mode.
Yeah, the game also operates somewhat differently, and by somewhat we mean significantly.
But all of the details of which...
Nobody really knows.
Yeah, you can turn on some options for your ship. They affect your ship. That's all you need to know.
Very good. I guess, shall we?
Yeah, 3, 2,
Oh, wait, hang
1,
on.
go. Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Also,
yeah.
we have
Get
the
the-
third of the available soundtracks,
The sweet DoDonPachi music.
which is vert arranges of the Ketsui soundtrack, because the arrange mode for Black Label is, in fact, basically a weird crossover between Ketsui and DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu Black Label, which is itself an arrange of like just DaiFukkatsu in general. It's many layers deep at this point.
So you'll notice that both players' screens are lovely green tinted. That's a good thing, technically. When you have
Strictly speaking,
when you have a stage high score, or if you collect a B in the white flashing state, it makes the game green. And when the game's green, everyone's really angry at you, and they shoot more bullets, they shoot faster bullets. And that's what you want, because more bullets, faster bullets is more bullets to cancel, which drop giant hexagons, which give you points. But also, they're increasing the stats of all of the enemies by killing them, which makes them harder, which makes them worth more points. It's very confusing. Don't try and wrap your head around it too much.
honestly, I don't think anyone present would be able to actually tell you how this mode fully works.
It's just really collect hexagons and good luck.
Yeah, conceptually, the point of the game is you can make a version of DaiFukkatsu which is suited to your feelings on how shmup should be, by customizing the health levels, bullet density, and bullet speeds of all enemies. But in practice, it's make the enemies really hard. Make the enemies really hard, get a lot of points.
Hotshot. Hotshot still exists.
Hotshot does still
Also,
exist,
Range B
yes.
tends to have a lot less slowdown than...
Yeah, range B doesn't care about your slowdown.
It's really not interested.
Also, you have infinite lives. You just lose score when you die, so there's no penalty. Basically, no penalty for death.
Oh, man.
Oh, that kid's Pachi.
So every time you complete one stage, you get a game over, and you can then just pick another stage.
Yep.
So I think our strategy to start is going to just be play all of the stages once to get your sort of, like, free initial points, effectively.
I want to know how Vert, like, exactly match the synthesizer for that, like, this background arpeggio thing. That's like a spot-on match for the instrument that Mika used in the original K3 soundtrack.
I feel like it's slightly different, but I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly in what fashion.
The way it's mixed is slightly different. It sounds like the character, like the actual character of the synthesizer is exactly the same.
Fair.
That's kind of my ear's opinion on it.
Couldn't tell you.
It's okay, I'm a music nerd. So as you see here, Bond got knocked out of green mode, so enemies are a little bit less mad. He's going to get less points for a bit. Until
We think, probably.
Yeah,
until
we
he
think
gets
that's how it goes.
until he hits the stage high score or picks up the beam flashing stage.
Wall and hyper, I think, as
Yes,
well.
Wall and hyper.
Yeah, no,
Which
of
is
course.
super silly, but hey, just go with it.
Don't try and understand it, because we certainly don't.
All we know is hexagons are worth a lot of points.
I think they're worth like 1,000 apiece or something.
Yes.
So if you can get lots of hexagons, you can get lots of points.
And a good way to get lots of hexagons is to cancel pink bullets.
But only the pink ones. The blue ones are not cancelable at all, which is unfortunate.
And then sometimes hexagons just show up for no reason. So
If you kill a lot of enemies very rapidly, you can make all enemies drop a pile of hexagons as well.
Fun fact, if you really like Katsui and you want to play Katsui with the soundtrack, you should buy the M2 Shot Triggers Katsui Destiny port, which has that as an option.
Yeah. It's on PS4. On any of the M2 Shot Triggers ports are of phenomenal quality, and I wholeheartedly recommend every single one of them.
Yeah, most of them are for the PS4. I believe the upcoming MrBond Day is a Switch port as well, though. So I'm looking forward to that one, so I'll probably pick that up.
I don't remember this pattern, because you don't really see it if you're playing strong. If you're playing strong.
Yeah, another minor difference to note is that the option formation is different because RHB has, you don't pick strong, power, bomb, blah, blah, blah. You're kind of fixed in a strong-ish kind of style.
Shoot. You're fixed in a kind of garbo.
You're fixed in a configuration which is not the configuration. That's a lot of bullets.
Okay. Laser. Oh, jeez, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Totally
sure.
gonna tank that one at the end.
Yeah, so the concern, especially because these guys have been playing on strong for the other two modes, is they can't necessarily cancel every laser all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very big lasers are not cancelable unless we are hypering, which is
Unfortunate.
sometimes problematic. Frequently problematic.
Almost always.
The
in
other
fact.
strange thing about it is you are always firing, and the shot button is solely to hold down so you can laser. That is the only purpose of the shot button. And hyper and bomb get compressed into a single button, and that single button, if you tap it, you bomb, and if you hold it down for a split second, you hyper. And sometimes you accidentally do the wrong thing, and that really is kind of unfortunate. Really not great. I don't like that. Why did they have to combine that into a single button?
I don't know.
That's a thing that I don't
Ergonomics,
understand.
I suppose.
They didn't want to make you have a separate hyper button for some reason. Why is anyone's question?
But it's very intentional. You can't see it, but there's I have on mine a input display, and the input display shows for the bomb/hyper button, bomb/hyper, or I think just bomb hyper. But it says both. It's clearly very intentional. But the goal that that's meant to accomplish is anybody's guess.
Not entirely sure where Bond picked up like 500,000 extra
I
points.
don't know either.
I just assume you hypered somewhere where EI did and it was a good hyper.
This is probable.
Like, see this giant shower of everything. I have no idea how it happens.
Well, you were
Just
hypering
kinda
and they just
happens.
happened to sink bullets or something.
Oh, that could very well be, yeah.
Or the popcorn drops it when you kill it, I don't know. Because now EI is like suddenly catching up here on the mid-boss. Well, not so much now that Bond's back to the mid-boss.
Oof, then there was a bunch of lasers I could not
thanks,
see.
Silverfire and Demarine for the hosts. For those of you who just got
Sketchy.
flipped over from Silverfire and Demarine's channels, welcome to Super Stigma Slam 2019. I'm Video Joe. On screen we have MrBond and EI. We are in the last leg of our DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu score attack. Each player's have a win. EI's got the novice score, MrBond's got the normal score, so it all comes down to who gets the better score here in Range B, which is basically a mode where the points are made up and we don't understand how the scoring works, so it's very, very bad to see their advance.
It's true.
Very, very much, yes.
The main thing we know is if the game turns green, we're probably doing something good.
If the game turns green, the trap is clean. Wait, what?
The hexagons are gray and they give you points.
That's as accurate as we can come up with, yeah.
If the bullets are pink, they can turn into hexagons. This is gonna be tight. Come up to how you can hyper these opportunistic hyper here and getting lots of hexagons.
Except now I'm out of lay hyper, so this is going to be very silly.
Man, you still got late bond here on the stage right now. Another good thought is that since, you know, it's a single stage run always, you should always use your hypers at the end to maximize your bullet canceling excitement. I think he's just going to steal this one here, Bond.
Although it is the overall score that matters here.
Yep.
So,
yeah, if you're doing... Bond, it's been really close so far. So.
It's been pretty tight across all. But even for our first run through, it's not going to matter if we decide to pick some up.
yeah, because once we've completed our initial run, we can then start choosing stages to replay.
Yeah, EA's got a bit of a lead right now, but... This guitar riff is my favorite, like one of my favorite things in K3.
It is very strong.
You can see really quickly how one or two good hypers can totally swing the scores back and forth. I looked away from Bond's score for like 2 seconds and he suddenly got 300,000 points.
Who knows? I sure
It's
don't.
a very strong mystery here.
One other thing that I don't think we mentioned that is worth noting about Arrange B is you are always on loop in Arrange B. This is exactly as problematic as you think it is.
Quite so.
Not very.
Extremely.
Those are blue bullets in Arrange B. That's a little frightening.
And also, these big lasers are uncounterable.
Yes, because
Not in hyper.
you do not have a sufficiently strong laser to counter the very big lasers.
Nearly messed myself on that one.
So the nice thing about Arrange B, and part of why we saved it for last, is it, at least in terms of survival, is very low key because you can just, you know, take as many deaths as you take, and you're fine.
Another important thing to note about Arrange B, actually, I don't think about it. Your score does go down when you die, but your score is based on your max score at any point in the stage. It doesn't care if you die afterwards.
It is true. So any death is merely a minor setback and not a major catastrophe.
Those guys do not want to cooperate with you and give you any hexagons there, Bob.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but what are you going to do?
You only have full hypers here for the boss, so...
That's was oddly dense. So I suppose my red number, which as far as we can tell is tied to bullet density, is at 100 something. So I suppose that makes some sense.
Yeah, your numbers are a bit bigger than Bond's.
I don't remember this pattern.
I hypered there, that's silly.
I meant to use a bomb instead of a hyper.
It's like hula hoops, but they're triangles.
Hula goals?
That's all blue. That's not good. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was like, where are the pink bullets?
I would like some pink, please. Some pink ooze.
I don't like where this is going.
That makes 2 of us.
There's literally no pink ooze here. What the heck?
Just them lasers.
Oh, right there. Sure, when I don't have it. Aw, lame. Super lame. I don't like that.
She is yelling fast.
Alright, let's just finish this one
I
off.
don't know. I don't understand how that worked in my favor, but fine, okay.
Sure
whatever.
did, though. That was...
Yeah, it's a strong play.
So we can see here the points are amping up as you get to later stages where there's already higher bullet density.
So here's a strategy question from competitor to competitor. What are you going to do once you finish your sweep? Which stage?
Probably 2, I would say. That's my lowest runner right now. Just kind of spot check him and try to do something.
As a unbiased host, you can look at the approach of improving stages where you already have good score and you know there's a lot of density, or you can look at like grind out an easy stage to like make it worth a bajillion points.
I feel like either could potentially be valid strategies.
Yeah, that's like your 2 kind of options. I would pick one or the other though.
I think I have my play in mind. I just have to. We'll have to see if that ends up actually being reasonable.
It's important to note that when you first hit a hyper, all the hexagons that are on screen will zoom towards you.
Which is very useful because
Incredibly useful.
they can sometimes
If there's
be finicky to
huge
grab.
high density of them, and you don't want to sweep across the screen, or you can't, more
for
likely.
various reasons, yeah. I've made a mistake.
Oops, I also made a mistake.
Actually, I'm gonna restart the stage on that mistake. Because that's,
That was a lot of hexagons.
yeah, that's a
Many
lot that I gave
hexagons
up there. I need to keep my eyes on the prize on that one, and
See, now dudes are dropping hexagons and Bomb's not even hyper, and I don't even know why.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
sure.
you made your bars big enough, I think.
yeah,
I see.
there's like the red and yellow bar set, and if that goes into the red, then every enemy you kill drops like 6 or 7 hexagons or something like that.
Which, considering you're in the popcorn pileup, not a bad time.
Yeah, and because you're killing a lot of enemies very quickly in the popcorn pileup, it's very easy to end up with a
huge bar.
a hexagon pileup as well. So don't make
hit a
the
bomb
mistake I
instead
made
of a
last
hyper.
time. Let's not worry about these guys. This is the small fry zone. Whereas this,
I'm still not sure what the blue bar is tied to. It always confuses me.
number of hexagons you've obtained. I don't know why you're not shooting, but okay.
But I do appreciate that the high score, like the score stats, get out of the way when you move over there.
That is kind of it, yes.
That was like a tank snipe.
don't know why everything was a big old pile of hexagons over there, but I kind of wanted them and I wasn't in position to get them.
Now, another thing that our players said when they were starting up was the options for the ship. Both of them went with hyper and laser, I believe. I believe hyper gives you slightly longer hypers, but the bars fill slightly slower.
I think it's invincibility for a like split second when you activate hyper, but it lasts slightly less long.
And then laser makes your laser slightly stronger, but your hypers charge slower or something goofy like that.
It makes your laser reach all the way across the screen, but you moves more slowly.
More slowly. Yeah, it's all very arbitrary.
Something weird trade-offs that aren't explained by anything, but exist.
Then you can also choose bomb, which I still don't know what bomb does. I think there's no reason to ever use it.
I don't remember what it does, but I don't remember it being particularly useful. Struggling with stage 5 right now.
It's not trivial.
Boy. A little dicey up in there.
But it's sneaking out a lot of points there.
Not even going to pretend to understand how that worked in my favor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's great that collision.
Yeah.
Double rainbow!
Oh no, he's on the sideways shooting grenades.
That's not gonna happen well.
Yeah, napalm missiles are kind of a problem.
I'm not even gonna pretend to understand what I'm doing.
You're doing bullet
very
maze?
wrong.
Okay.
can keep going, you know.
No, I'll wait it out. We were pretty even on.
Oh, you're trying
on most of the
to.
stage times.
You're doing a strategic decision. Is that what's happening?
Well, that and you're nearly done here. So we'll both have completed our sweep.
Our initial
just on time,
initial sweep.
Keeping note, you got about half an hour to finish up.
Okay. Good to know. Which we might cut that a touch early, since setup took very, very long.
I knew I wasn't catching up to the high score anyway on that one, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll maybe do like 20 minutes or 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Something like that, and then we'll do hibachi.
Ah, that's right. We got to do that
Yeah,
too.
we got to do hibachi still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 20 minutes, and then let us know, Beauty, and we'll.
It's like a
swap over
250.
to-
Give you the cut for hibachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Very
that's tight.
even. Very even.
I mostly lost it on that,
An area 5.
yeah, area 5. All right, I have my strategy.
Okay, I'm
Let's
ready.
go.
Now we're seeing some divergence here as both of our players here going to short of weak scores they have.
I don't know if I would call this short of weak scores.
Or I guess
For me, certainly.
MrBond's going back and throwing up his area 2 score. Yeah, it looks like he's going for a score where he knows he can get some serious improvements as the game gets harder. Because now they've done their initial runs, all of those numbers they were increasing at the bottom have been added and increased the density, speed, and life of
Every enemy in the
stage, based on magical proportions known only to Cave.
I mean, you're not even wrong there.
The important thing, though, is that
everything is worth more.
yeah, because they have bigger values, they're worth more points.
I was gonna say
Bond is in blue mode. That is maybe not ideal.
No idea what that means. But
Blue is higher bullet density.
Oh,
Speed.
that's even
Speed? Is
worse.
speed?
Blue is speed.
Red density.
Is red is density? Okay.
I always get that backwards.
Interesting.
There we go. Now we made now we made everyone angry.
They have made a poor choice having no hyper into boss.
That's not what I meant to do. Oh no.
You seem to point blank the boat for a little bit until it's far.
I got scared.
More importantly, I only lost density. So I think how you die determines what attribute gets reduced. So if you die while you're using normal shot, it reduces blue. And if you die while you're lasering, it reduces red.
Better to be lucky than good.
And given that I would rather be able to cancel a whole bunch of slow-moving bullets, I'd rather keep it on, keep my red number as high as possible.
There, that's what I was looking for. Not that one so much. Or that one. We'll just finish it off and move on.
Okay. That was a lot faster than I was expecting.
Those bullets are going maybe a bit fast.
Okay.
I saw that one.
Okay.
That was 2. That's illegal. Yeah, it's straight up cheating now.
I'm not even
cheat
gonna.
dodges.
I'm not even gonna pretend to understand how that worked in my
That
favor.
was an incredible amount of things going on there.
Help.
You maybe should have point blacked a bit more when you spawned in.
Shoot.
more importantly, numbers are going up, and numbers going up means more bullets, and more bullets means a better chance at things going okay.
That is largely accurate.
There we go. Oh, okay, we're already starting to see the like shuriken bullets are extra bullets that are caused by the game being sufficiently angry.
That means your numbers are getting big.
My numbers are getting big enough that the game is now officially a bit upset with me.
He also has like 1300 green number, which is a bit of life.
Oop, I did not want to do that.
There we go. Got green mode back, so things are at their most angry, which is very important, at least as far as I can tell. Okay.
That's a lot of bullets.
The degree to which bullets are present and angry are going to just keep on going up here. So contrary to before, I want to let this like spray the entire screen, because it can end up being a hilarious quantity of things to cancel.
Whew. You got about 10 minutes left.
All right, let's see how far we can push it. Hang on, waiting for it. Taking the lead with that.
It's pretty close.
But it's a very close margin. Oops. Oh, hello. Alright, so I think with that, we are clearly seeing a fair degree of angry video game. Wow! Also, we are apparently seeing danger lasers. I didn't even know those existed on arranging.
They sure do.
Yeah, no, I see that because I saw them. They were very angry at me.
It's not what I wanted.
That's not what I wanted. Okay, that's not ideal.
That was a poor choice. Oh, very poor, especially being without a hyper. Well, okay.
The important thing is I'm preserving my red number. I need that red number high so I can have more angry shuriken bullets fired at me. Wow, I think those popcorn enemies were shooting shuriken bullets. Whew, all right.
That was a pattern.
It's my fault, I guess.
The thing I need to try and remember is if I'm gonna take a death, I want that death to be in shot mode, not hyper or not laser mode.
Ooh, crisscross.
Oh, that's bad timing for no bullets to be happening.
Okay. 5 minutes.
So probably one more run of whatever
Yeah.
stage you're gonna do, and then we'll do hibachi. So whatever you're picking, make it count.
Feeling I'm not going to be able to bump this anymore.
Oh my, yeah, even the popcorn are
Give it a go.
shooting some extra stuff now. Also, the bullets are kind of adorably slow.
Now I feel like I'm watching like a Mushihime-sama like Maniac run or something.
That's not quite what I wanted.
What I wanted to get.
That's still not quite what I wanted. Okay. Alright. We've activated angry mode, finally. At long last. Oh man, did you see that like cheeky little bullet from that one tank off the side? Just like, I'm gonna get you. And it did almost get me. Jerk. I don't even understand what is happening.
You have enraged in your boss.
Hello? Excuse me. Quite how I wanted that to go. Oh, okay. Beautiful and fascinating. Okay. That's all a thing we just experienced, huh? Okay, yeah. Alrighty then. I'm gonna try and play the long play there and get all of my hypers back instead. And then botch it badly. You know, I don't like that so much when I can't cancel 3/4 of it.
Ooh, that may have been a poor choice. Yes, yes it was.
Whew. Almost got that to 10 mil.
Oh, that's right. Stupid hitbox.
Game over.
So that's a total of 2412951.
All right, and we just need to wait for Mr. Bond
Yeah,
to
I'm
finish out the
Not
last
gonna
bit of boss.
improve whatever I got here.
Well, maybe.
No.
I was gonna say if you could actually get all of those, that could have had a good effect, but
Yo!
so 24 million from me.
I think I'm going to end up with 21, 22, somewhere around there. It's pretty solid. It's more than 5 million better than what I had before on PB, so... PB for
PB,
range
yeah.
B.
Game over.
Game over.
All right.
Yeah,
205.
205.
There you go.
GG's, sir.
GG's indeed.
579 Yeah. So with 2-1, EI takes it.
But we
Not a surprise.
All right, but we have one more exciting surprise for everyone.
Yeah.
So y'all donated $1,500 total to come to see a really angry bee, and
a really, really angry bee.
Extremely angry.
this will be normal hibachi. So this is the end of the Ura second loop on normal.
Okay, so strong, you want X, B, and boss 2. Feel free to crank up all of your things to as much as they go.
Yeah, make sure you get your style.
On maximum bomb.
Yeah, your style's on
You're
bomb right now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Up 1. And probably, well, we'll put it on no miss rank.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think
fine.
it's going to make a difference, but we can. And sure, I'll crank that up as high as it goes.
To
Why not?
11.
All right. Are you ready?
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Mission Kaishi Days.
So Hibachi starts off with the famous Hibachi pattern of the washing machine. You'll see what that means in about... how about now?
Gravy.
We have 2 rotating patterns that are going in opposite directions.
I'm honestly surprised I went that long.
So next we have kind of the washing machine spin, but with lasers. And the spin is 3 volts wide now instead of 1, so your cuts are going to be a little deeper.
Or you can just get supremely lucky. That's cool too, I guess.
Oh, and now we have...
the laser walls!
This is really nasty because the counter laser bullet counters are
Problematic.
a thing. And frankly, I'm not even really sure what you're supposed to do about them.
And then we get the bottom lasers.
For that. Yeah.
And here are the bees.
I don't even know.
How, though?
Very carefully.
Okay.
Because Hyper doesn't do jack squat because he's invincible.
And now
And
there's
now
this.
EI has reached the note.
I would be happy to see the nope. That'd be fantastic.
Well, you're about to. There you go.
Alright, there we are.
Welcome to Nope.
Oh, yes, I remember you. Excuse me, sirs.
Yeah, that's about how that goes. Real winner is Hibachi. Yeah.
Correct.
100% correct, Udes. Yeah. I think I've done 1 pip of damage on him in this
Not
segment.
even.
Awesome.
You guys got it almost down 1 full tick mark.
This pattern is just so visually noisy because all of those arrow bullets are blinking at you, so you've just got a maelstrom of color.
And then the blue bolts are blinking too, just to add insult to injury.
It would help if I didn't get hit by the very first wave of them each time.
Yeah, that would probably be. I think this attack kills more than the player's the bit rate. Yeah, the
I'm sure
probably
it's
having
not
a
gonna
moment.
be very happy with us.
It's probably extremely upset because there's not 1 but 2 sets of flashing, horrifying colors
And they're not even
everywhere.
synchronized.
No. I'm trying to figure out just some sort of wiggle pattern that'll get me through like a quarter of it. There we go.
Oh, yeah, it's really tight. Like it's very.
You are
fine
making
micro-dodging.
extremely fine micro dodges to make this pattern happen.
And then even then, sometimes just if you're in a bad spot with the lasers,
Yeah,
there's gonna be counter bolts
there's
where
no
these be.
way.
And yeah, it's about here through.
I'm not going to make it through, but this is further than I got when I was practicing the other day, so I will take that as a very minor W.
There we go. EI has done it with 2 stock remaining. Not that that's start with everything.
Yeah, I mean, based on just practicing with literally everything you could possibly have there. I feel like it's kind of a hollow victory, but I will take it. It's a victory all the same.
Give Bond here a couple minutes here to let Hibachi hack his way, or he have his way with Hibachi. You are down, so you got some damage in. You're down like a full tick and change from the start of the
I'll take a
big
moment quick while Bond is finishing up to show off the Golden Disaster in its full glory.
Golden Disaster, which is
extra,
a big angry beat Golden Bee.
Little extra bonus footage while we're at it. It's already a problem.
Yeah, so remember you have to do this immediately before Hibachi.
And once you defeat the Golden Disaster, you just immediately fire into the Hibachi fight.
So best of luck.
Yeah, we should probably have enough time to finish up Golden Disaster here.
All right, the
hula hoops are exciting. Because then it's hula hoops, but with lasers.
I appreciate that the auto bomb makes the noise that I feel every time it happens.
Yeah, that feels about accurate.
Phew.
Nice. Now the fireball from the laser beam.
I'm not even messing with this. Because all of the fireballs explode into a spray of bullets, and also Golden Disaster's firing like multi-way shots of bullets, and it's a
giant
mess.
laser. And then we have, my favorite is this laser grid, because those counter bullets go not very fast.
And also, they appear very often.
Like this one, I can actually sort of visually parse, so it's not too terrible, but...
The hexagons on normal are rough, though.
Yeah, it is absolutely
They're
not
big and
messing around.
fast. And I believe that's all of the patterns.
Yep, you should reset now.
Yeah.
Back to the first pattern.
Those walls of like pink laser bullets are real nasty, and then it goes right into
Hibachi.
Immediately it blows up, and Hibachi's just like, "Hi
guys.
I'm gonna come and ruin your day," and then he does.
All right,
Incredible.
so thank you for joining us on this incredible odyssey into DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu. If you're interested in more shmups, 3 runs from now, the third run from the second run after this next run. Or, if you just look at the coming up next down below on the stream, I'll be doing the Gray's counter run on arcade. The arcade definitely it's a pacifist. I'm going to use some heavy quotes there because we're using a ship which maybe is not the most pacifistic ship, even when it can't shoot. But yeah, thank you for joining us for DoDonPachi DaiFukkatsu, and we'll flip it over here and get some setup done for the Hyrule Warriors run, which is coming up next.
Stay tuned.